What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the Glad's Horror Channel, the best horror channel here on YouTube. And today we are going to do another history of horror episode. In today's episode, we are detailing the end, unfortunately, the end of three of our favorite horror movie monsters. Let's get right into it. So this video today is very bittersweet for me because I love Dracula, I love Frankenstein, I love the Wolfman. You guys have seen this and heard this from me in my past videos. So this video, what happens today is we are going to discuss the comedy that the movie monsters came into and how that adversely affected their stance in the horror world. So in 1935, a comedy duo by the name of Abbott and Costello got their start. Now, their comedy is like on the slapstick side of things, very similar to the Three Stooges. And at this point in the 1940s, people are getting on the bandwagon of loving to see Dracula, Frankenstein, or Wolfman all together on the same screen. So by 1948, Abbott and Costello were huge, just as big, if not bigger, than the three big names of Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein. And the Universal Pictures thought, what better way to capitalize on all of this by putting them together? In 1948, Universal came out with Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. This could do multiple things. Number one, it would give the comedy crowd that loves Abbott and Costello their chance to have their fun that they're used to seeing. But it will also give the horror crowd their nostalgia to see Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein to share the same screen. Now, this starred Bela Lugosi as Dracula, which was the very last time he played this role. Also starred Glenn Strange as Frankenstein, which was also the very last time he played this role. And Lon Chaney, of course, was the Wolfman. And this was one of the highest grossing movies in the entire Universal Monsters group that they ever came out with. I believe it's either 2 or 3. I can't remember 100%. But it's one of the highest grossing that they had in their entire lineage of Universal movie monsters. And the movie is really, really good. If you have not seen it, you owe it to yourself to watch this movie. I watch it like once a year. It's one of my favorite comedies, and I love it for the fact that the three of them bring it together. I was drawn to it, obviously, but it says Meet Frankenstein. That's what drew me to the movie to begin with. Didn't realize till I started watching it that Dracula and Wolfman were a part of it as well. But it's a great story, a great comedy. Now, the negative side of it here, after you have Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolfman that have had all these years of doing multiple different types of movies, and then you throw them into comedy, what can you do with them from that point? There's not much more. Although I love the movie and I appreciate what it did, it spelled the end of the three of these characters as far as Universal is concerned, because Universal couldn't come up with a storyline to make them scary again after they were hamming it up and having fun with Abbott and Costello. So 1948 is significant to us as horror fans because that marks the very last time Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein, for years, they brought them back again, as the years went on, but in the original scope of the Universal movie monsters, this is the last time that they were under that umbrella. After that, Universal did away with those three characters. And it also, Abbott and Costello also moved on in the 50s to meet the Invisible Man, as well as meeting the Mummy, which also spelled the end of those two characters as well. So we can't say enough about the legacy of Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolfman, because from 1931 to 1948, they dominated. Pretty much Dracula and Frankenstein dominated all of the 30s for the most part. Wolfman came in the 40s and they dominated the entire span. So to see that end, it is bittersweet. But that's my video for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Short and sweet. Just wanted to get to the end of 48, the end of the 40s. There wasn't really a lot of other standout horror movies within that decade. And unfortunately, we see the end of the Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. Now, this is going to bring us to the 50s. Universal's not done as far as movie monsters. They have 2 more to bring out that comes out in the 50s, as well as a brand new production company that comes forward with a different take on these same villains that Universal just let go of, and the introduction of color. So I can't wait to see you guys next time. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone else who loves horror. I do all things horror. I'll see you guys next time.